What's good, Deluxe family? Welcome back to the channel. I got this video right here since my Instagram DM, so we're gonna give it a watch. It's titled Sharp Interrogates Blueface and Chrisean about their toxic relationship. Now, we all know that their toxic relationship really isn't perfect at all, but it's crazy because the one clip that I did come across of this interview was of Chrisean Rock being a pregnant woman basically getting carried out of the interview. So I wonder what happened. I wonder what caused the need for security to literally almost drag her out of the interview. There wasn't a better way of handling that, but we're gonna see what led up to that point. All right, so let's get straight into this.
Shark Tank. Hello. No Jumper, the coolest podcast in the world. It's your girl Gina Views.
Shark in the building. And today, ladies and gentlemen, we got to talk. Hey man, this one right here.
We got the hottest couple on the internet.
Pretty much right now. How has it been for y'all, man? How is, first and foremost, how are y'all doing today?
Great. I'm doing great.
She was a little teary-eyed a little bit earlier.
What's going on? What happened?
What's going on?
I just emotional. I don't know if it's my period or am I pregnant. I don't know.
You say you don't know if it's your period or if you're pregnant.
I'm just saying, that's what's going on.
Well, I don't think you're pregnant if you got your period, sweetie.
I'm just saying, I don't know if it's that or that.
Yeah. I mean, I was just trying to help her out here, so, I don't think it was... Hey.
What happened? What triggered these tears?
Huh?
What triggered these tears? What's going on right now?
Nothing. It could be completely nothing in my eyes. It's just part of her. So it got nothing to do with anybody. Okay, can we talk about something else? Not my tears.
You seem nervous.
Okay.
I'm not
Hey,
nervous.
we're here for you.
Yeah,
We're here for you, sweetie. For real, we are. So just speak up for us. However you feeling today, hopefully we can get that out.
You dominated 2022. You gonna get your flowers today. We gotta talk about it.
Sure. I like your song too, Vibes. I was like, I didn't even know that was her. I said, oh, look at her. She can rap too. Okay, she just don't know how to just fight and take off on shit. She actually get out on the music scale. How's that been for you, transitioning from, obviously, a no name, you know what I'm saying? Of just, living regular life to just all this fame now and this, you know what I'm saying? This newfound stardom. How's it been for you? How's the transition been, Chrisean?
I just give glory to God. That's it.
Yeah. Glory to God, huh? God is good. That's why they say why you so sad.
He said, glory to God, God is good. That was the most unenthusiastic one ever.
He was crying, so I was like, damn, what's...
Yeah, because I just told you, I'm emotional right now. It's either my period or I'm pregnant.
Yeah.
What the heck? Did you not hear me, sir?
Yo, I did. I just know that, a period and pregnancy don't run hand in hand.
I'm saying it's either...
Am I tripping?
Did you not hear me?
You mean she means
either that
your
or
period
this.
is on the way.
It's either that or this.
Next week gonna be my emotional week.
Okay, it's on the way. I'm under the impression that it was going on right now. She was like, it's either my period or I'm pregnant.
Yeah,
so
it's gonna come.
She don't know yet. It's
or
it's gonna come or it's not gonna come.
Yeah.
Well, congratulations if it doesn't come.
Oh, God.
Congrats early.
You did tweet a few days ago. Your wedding is going to be in October. So you guys planning a wedding?
That's my wedding.
We planning a wedding?
She crazy.
What was that about?
Crazy.
What was that about?
Will Zeus be televising it? What's going on? Is that
married on Zeus?
Is that the episode finale of Crazy in Love?
I'm getting married in October. That's what I said.
I don't mind coming, being the pastor. And seeing y'all, I said, I don't mind coming, and being the pastor. And signing it off, man, on the dotted line for y'all, man. I think that'd be a beautiful thing because at first, I'm going to be real with y'all. When I seen this, I was like, this got to be for play. This got to be because they made good money together. That's how I looked at it. People like seeing y'all together. Right. People like seeing y'all interact, whether it's drama, whether it's just kicking it, whether it's just y'all two motherfuckers just sitting there and just looking at each other and not saying nothing. Right. People like seeing y'all together. You know what I'm saying? So I didn't know until I seen okay, they really do for each other.
Yeah, for sure.
You know what I'm saying? I was telling you last time, I was like, damn, thought it was just a sham. I said, shit, I just want making money. Get your bread.
Right.
But then I started seeing y'all really do love each other, and I see you even with.
It's not about the money.
Can't hear you, sweetie.
I said it's not about the money, but
Of course not.
I get it.
Yeah.
What is it about? What's keeping you guys together?
Love.
You think, because I've been in this before, I fucked with people where maybe it's a traumatic bond that brought y'all together. Maybe it was something that happened that was very big that only y'all two understand. If that makes any sense. Traumatic bonds can bring people together too.
So like traumatically.
Like it being yeah.
Rich?
You could have no, just having a up situation, you having a up situation, whether it don't have to be financially. You know what I'm saying? It can just be something mentally something going on that bonded y'all. And that's what I would consider almost a traumatic bond. Like it be some up shit that bring people together.
Yeah,
Oh, when we fight each other?
I don't think it's traumatic. I think it's
Yeah, I don't think that either. Only if we fight each other.
it's not a traumatic bond. It's more of a I don't know. Like it's like an underground thing. Like when I met her, she was underground.
Right.
You know, so
Underground.
her getting
That was
to
a good way to put it.
yeah, her getting to this point.
That was a good way to put
Nah,
it.
for sure.
Yeah,
Yeah,
put
it was an
it right.
underground relationship. So from starting with that, it's kind of like each day that we keep going, it's like
What do you mean by underground
a
relationship?
bond. Underground, as in like
Yeah, like what are you talking about?
Like secret?
Can I get a shot?
no, not secret. More underground is kind of like undiscovered. You know,
Can I get a shot?
unappreciated, disliked.
Come on, Tiny, pass me the bottle.
Not ideal to everybody
yeah,
else.
exactly.
Yeah.
Not really what you would applaud.
Yeah,
So it started as that from the very beginning.
Mm-hmm.
So it's kind of
I'm saying dang because she thinks she could probably be pregnant, which she is. And she out here taking shots.
like, all right, if
The
everybody
eye was always against y'all.
exactly.
Yeah.
So it's like if the odds is against us, obviously we're gonna have a natural bond just from being underdogs.
How do you guys feel about the Whitney and Bobby or Ike and Tina comparison?
I mean,
It's a big
personally,
shot.
Yeah, I never really.
I don't know what y'all talking
I don't really know too much about their story, so I couldn't even tell you if it was similar or not. But from what I do know, we don't have like any drugs involved, so where it's like
That funny.
I'm feeding her anything to keep her going or anything. Honestly,
So you say she's not chemically infused to you?
yeah, no.
This is just really
She's
her.
just naturally fried. Yeah.
Right.
So,
Why did you
but
talk
from
said
what
you naturally
from
fried.
what I know from their situation, it's kind of drug based, right? Whitney Houston, I continue.
Yo, get your dog.
Well, that's why the comparison
Whitney
is so
Houston,
false.
Bobby?
Because it's kind of
Yeah.
saying that these is two crackheads.
Yeah,
and they just
yeah,
out,
type
you know, loose.
Well, you don't look like no crackhead.
Yeah, no, not at all.
I'll
I mean,
be honest with you.
all we do is drink and smoke.
Y'all don't
so
act
it's
like
fine.
it.
Yeah,
I know
I know some
drug addicts. I was about to say I know some drug addicts. Y'all don't act like that.
Yeah, no, not at all. So, I mean, but the comparison is, I can see the comparison. I guess it's an ideal couple that people don't really approve of or agree with. So, I guess
People love watching shit that they don't agree
Right, they
with,
love
right?
it to keep
Love
tabs
that
on it,
shit.
though.
They love it.
You actually
They
just
hate it.
tweeted something about that.
They love to keep tabs on shit they don't like. About the show.
You just tweeted that
What
there are
was your tweet?
people
Can you quote it
who.
for us? What was your tweet?
I said, I love when I spot a motherfucker who said me and Rock doing the show is a bad idea, but they're watching full circle, like every episode. They're reporting on it. They're promoting us.
Who have
What
you
I
spotted?
Academics, sure.
Let y'all do something good though. They ain't gonna talk about you.
Nah,
They only want to talk about your bad shit.
They don't never
And I
post
think
that.
me and her, we, being in the media world today, like me and her experienced that kind of like.
Yeah.
It's
Well, I
like,
get dragged every time I speak well on you guys.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
yeah, somebody
I mean,
said,
but-
right,
It's not really like I dislike them. You know, at the end of the day, they have their toxic traits and they're just together. So it's just they end up being put in like toxic situations and just revealing their toxicity.
Viral moment, whether you get dragged or not, it's still
Right.
yeah.
it brings in customers. So I see why people do it.
Yeah.
Obviously they got to speak on the hottest topics at the time. So
My shit's been organic though, bro. Like I didn't do it like to.
yeah,
I
because
don't
you
like-
keep
you know what I'm saying?
you keep the same personality. Like,
Yeah, like I didn't do it like for views because I know it's gonna be views.
Yeah,
and I feel
right.
like that's for y'all too. Like
Right.
I don't think y'all do it for views. I don't
No,
think y'all
no,
do
no.
it really for any of that. I think y'all motherfuckers just crazy together. Y'all just love each other.
Yeah, we just have a lot of moments. That's all.
Yeah.
We have a lot of moments. And see, the thing about you is you kind of like
You want to go?
stand on your initial idea of it. And, other podcast interviewers, they'll dick ride you in the beginning and then turn around.
I don't want to sneak nobody.
Yeah,
I feel like that's sneaking.
Exactly. So in the beginning, they'll be like, "Oh, this the hottest out. He's this man." Speaking specifically at academics right now. He'll suck my dick to this motherfucker come, and then later on fix his mouth. After he sucked my dick, fix his mouth to be like, "Oh, this is not a good idea. He must not have this. He must not have that."
He's very, and I'm gonna say this, academics. You know, he's a very passive aggressive type dude because he's done that to me, he's done that to the No Jumper crew.
But he always eat his words later on.
Yeah, like he's like, I fuck with Sharp and I fuck with the whole crew, but then 2 minutes later he'd be like, I put my foot on all their chests.
Yeah, like,
bro, what is you talking about, bro?
Sorry, man, like,
bro, like I call that passive aggressive.
Right.
Like you acting like you cool, nigga, but you really not. Yeah, you really don't fuck with what we doing.
You waiting for your moment,
and you waiting for your moments, you know. But I get it though. Everybody got a job.
For sure.
Everybody got a job, man. I guess his is to be passive aggressive. Mm-hmm. That's what I call it. Like, nigga, like, what are you saying? You're saying it without trying to say it.
Right.
You know?
But I'm gonna watch everything up until the point of when she basically gets kicked out. So if y'all want to skip to that, I can skip to it. Or you can watch it fully through. I'm gonna watch it fully through though. Because I want to know what leads up to that point.
Chrisean Love. Can we know what happened in the moment that before the cameras arrived and your head was bleeding?
Yeah. So I mean, it wasn't even that deep. I'm gonna just touch the surface, like.
Touch what surface?
You know, sometimes she has a day where she's feeling like
there you go.
in her best. And some days she has
days where don't even touch the surface.
She's easily triggered. You hear me talking?
Probably.
Do you hear me talking?
Yes
or no? You want to embarrass me or not?
Why the fuck you want to embarrass me? That's
when
weird.
I'm talking, you shouldn't be talking.
That's weird. I don't want to talk about it.
So what did happen, Blue?
Thank you.
What do you mean? What happened?
So she was having one.
He's talking about the situation where Chrisean threw like a cup at the back of his head, and he was like gashed on the back.
Of his days where it's like an easy fuse lit. And I was kind of, when we pulled up to the house, there was some white dude sitting on the stairs. So I'm fucking with him, like, oh, you look like this, you look like that, just fucking with him. She took it upon herself to like, trying to like, kind of defend him, like, why are you being mean to him?
What are you talking about? I thought you were talking about me, and then I called you a bitch. I said,
we gotta say what led up to that though. We can't just say that.
Why you say that to your man though?
Thank you.
That's your man.
Let's answer that.
Like, think about it. Don't you think that like
okay, my man called me a bitch, so why are you being a bitch? Like, why are you being a bitch?
But that's still your man.
He gotta call me a bitch.
Nah. Okay. It runs both ways. It runs both. Like a man should not call his girl the B word, and the girl should not call his the man the B word. It runs both ways. Either way is disrespectful. So he's right here. He's basically trying to defend the fact that Blueface could call her a B word and she can't call him one back. Bro, that's not right. You know what I'm saying? Like, it shouldn't, the disrespect shouldn't be tolerated on both ends.
Weird.
That's your man.
That's weird. If he call me a bitch, you're a bitch too. You're a bitch. Weird. You're a bitch too. You're a bitch too. You're a bitch too. You're a bitch too. You're a bitch too.
Can't get through to her. Can't get through to her.
Don't call me a bitch if you don't want to be a bitch too.
You can't get through to her.
Don't call me a bitch if you don't want to be a bitch too.
You don't think that demasculates your man, son?
You don't think that? You don't think that
make him feel low?
My nigga, are you listening? You're just talking for one person.
I'm listening.
You're not. You're talking for one person.
You're not listening because you're not even letting him talk.
I'm just saying, no, man, shit. I get it. That's the thing. So, yeah, but it's not a thing.
She's not too good at that.
If you're like calling me a bitch too, he said it's a double standard shit.
Well, Rock, explain yourself.
Fuck that double standard.
What happened in that moment? Why did you call him a bitch?
Because I felt like I was played with, and then every time he felt like he called me a bitch. So if I can't call you a bitch,
you always say he's playing with
you. So you feel like if I feel like I can't call you a bitch,
with her, you ask her.
He's easily.
I watch it. You always say you play. You be like, why you playing with me, my nigga?
Easily.
Why you always doing that?
Alright, cool. Yeah. Okay. And if I say a bitch, she can say, okay, cool. Like if you could call me a bitch, I could call you a bitch back. Straight up.
What happens?
You don't feel that way, so we fought. That's that. Like what?
Did you learn anything from it?
What do you mean, learn anything from it?
Yo, what?
What do you mean, learn anything from it?
By coming together with your man and saying, you know what, baby, we're not going to be on that anymore because I really do fuck with you and respect you. Church, I don't know if she really do at that point. If she going to roll her eyes at me.
She's very
if you're called a bitch by a nigga,
I should be able to call you.
and I can be able to call you a bitch back. But just because it's a double standard thing, I think that's unfair. Don't talk to me about the unfair shit.
We heard that.
Don't talk to me about the double standard shit.
Can you let them talk?
I'm done with
always
that.
say this.
Well, hold on. I want to hear what Gina's about to say. What you about to say?
Because
I was
if
just
you're
gonna
called a
say
bitch and you make it common,
the perception is just different, just because of how much we've seen you be the aggressor so much. So that's why people is looking at it.
I see like the aggressor.
That's why people is looking at it like you're just instantly the one that's the disrespectful one because of what people see you doing.
Think that I'm the disrespectful?
Yes. We can all.
This is your intervention today. We tricked you.
Everybody tell her.
We tricked you today. This is
disrespectful.
Welcome.
That day, you called me a bitch for no reason.
Can y'all tell us what happened?
You got active and I got active back.
Let's stay on that day.
Like, what are you talking about?
I'm not. There's no way in the world I'm about to sit here and agree with the fact that it's only Chrisean being disrespectful. That's not the fact at all whatsoever. The fact of the matter is that they're both disrespectful. You know, just the fact that Blueface could probably just go around her back and just, you know, get crazy with another girl. Y'all know what I mean? Get crazy. That's very disrespectful. The fact that he probably even feels like it's perfectly fine to call her the B word and now it's disrespectful when she called him the B word, it's not. Come on, that's actually weird. You know what I'm saying? I'm not justifying anyone at this point. It's just they both disrespectful.
That day, like I said, I'm playing with the white dude. Whatever. And I guess she felt some type of way about him. So she's like, man, leave him alone.
It's not even that. He keeps saying him.
I said, what?
Whenever he said, I thought he was talking about me. He kept saying,
it was a miscommunication.
Yeah, like he like.
Definitely not.
It had to be because I was like, oh yeah, you're a bitch for that. He's like, ooh, wham. I wasn't even talking to you. I'm talking to the other nigga. What are you talking about?
Rock, have you ever had a sober day?
Shut the fuck up, yes.
No, don't tell me to shut the fuck up. Hey, I'll listen to you. I'm being very cool.
You're not talking to me.
I'm being very cool, but you come in disrespectful. That's your fucking problem. Couldn't have been mine. You wouldn't have did half of that shit.
You're not really talking to me.
That's on Jesus Christ. You wouldn't have did that shit.
What happened?
You wouldn't have did none of that shit.
You're not really talking to me. It's cool.
Shake my head, man. Shake my head.
You're not really talking to me. I can drink liquor. I can do whatever the fuck I want, bro.
Well, let's finish the story. So
toxic.
Got over 60,000 on my body. Like,
so
you talking about that weird shit, like,
but you're still toxic.
This is so toxic.
If I feel the way I feel, I feel the way I feel. And if I feel disrespected, I feel disrespected.
That's your man.
You feel disrespected.
That's your
Yeah, he's my man. Okay, cool. This is the same nigga that will call me a bitch. So what do you mean?
What do you think?
What are you talking about?
Do you do something?
What are you talking about?
Do you do something?
Nigga, it's not even that.
Do you
It's
like when he calls you one when you acting like that?
And I can't say it back without
justified. You said it should be justified.
When he call me a bitch, okay, cool. When I call him a bitch, it's a fight.
That shit ain't justified.
Straight up.
Know how to talk to your man.
Crazy. Don't do that, woman.
It's not a woman shit, bro. She know what's going on, nigga.
I understand that.
Talking with politics.
Rock, I understand that, but we also no, I understand. Wait, look.
So if I can't call you a bitch, you call me a bitch, and we gonna fight because I called you a bitch.
You just can't listen to nobody.
I understand if you call me a bitch, I should be able to call you a bitch back. However, you're still responsible for your response to that. And I don't think hitting him with glass was the correct response.
Hit him with glass?
Yeah.
That's not even what happened. Look.
Dude, that's wild.
It's cut up.
So that's what happened.
When it gets physical, bro.
You gotta keep talking.
And if a nigga like play me, what do you mean, babe? What do you ready to say? If I'm about to be quiet and I'm about to be painting as the bad picture, that's cool. But if we,
let's finish the story.
That's really cool.
You're not even telling the story. You're making it seem like I hit you first.
Getting warm.
Let's just not even talk about it if I ain't hit you first.
Alright, so
did I hit you
basically,
first?
she felt some type of way.
Oh, alright. Did I hit you first?
So she said, you acting like
did I hit you first?
I said, damn.
Okay, then. I hit you first.
So she had this little cut on her hand from weeks prior. She had cut herself, and I knew that was a sensitive spot for her. Mm-hmm. So I said, hey, watch your mouth. And I squeezed her in. Mm-hmm. And she just turned up instantly. Oh, no, looky-boo wham. And so she started coming on to me. And so, yeah, that's how that happened. So as she coming on to me, I'm like, deflecting, obviously wrestling with her.
Next, she will go to the next one.
So once she realized she couldn't beat me, she went outside, she went for a walk. She came back with a glass covering her hand. I kid you not. I locked the fucking sliding door. I'm like, all right, she finna come do some pride shit. She went for a walk. She came back with a glass cup. I locked the door on her.
Better
She
shot it.
like, open the door. I'm like, come on, you know I'm a
Can you
crip.
give
I
it to
ain't
me? I'm
finna
about to
like,
walk out and give it.
no, you know, I opened the door.
Pass me
Boom.
that cup over there, Church.
Open the door. Boom. She started coming close to me with that glass. I'm like, oh, I know she finna hit me with this glass, right? I'm like, hold on.
Nah, just
She don't need that. She good. She good. Don't beg her.
I'm just trying to
That's
make
gonna make
sure
it worse.
Hey,
That's gonna make it worse.
handle
Don't
it,
give her too much
What do
attention.
you
It's gonna make it
mean,
worse.
baby?
So look.
What do you mean too much attention? Why are you doing that? I'm not a
Dang, this is bad. Oh,
Talk about this fucking stupid ass.
you.
I'm cool.
I'm gonna need to get a new chair soon.
How? Because you're trying to say I started it. Like, nigga, like I hit you first. I didn't hit you first. Don't say that.
I wish you knew that your
Let me
response
hit you
to stuff
first.
means more than what somebody did first or second. Your
Dang,
response
man.
speaks for you.
Okay, but I didn't.
What happens first or second has nothing to do with you. Your response is what just throws you off the fucking
Did
track.
you hear them what they say though?
Did I say I hit you first?
It's not even that.
Did I
you
say
hear
you
what
hit me
they
first?
said though?
Fuck what they
Yeah,
said. They
fuck,
wasn't there.
fuck about
We're
who hit
talking
me
to
You're
them.
first.
talking about what exactly.
Okay.
So let's get the story straight.
Okay.
Instead of going, what you said is
What they
They
said.
said.
so
Fuck what they said. I'm saying like if they're saying what they're
Fuck what
saying
they saying. If we saying fuck what they saying, why you saying what they saying?
because we're interviewing with them and you was agreeing with the same niggas we saying fuck what they saying. What you saying? You just say fuck them. How I'm not making no sense?
So she came back with a cup.
Yeah, she came back with the cup. I'm like, I know she's not finna do this. Open the door. She start acting like she finna hit me with the cup. I'm like, bro, if you hit me with this cup, like it's gonna go up. Like, don't do that. So I kind of like turned to the side and I did. She threw the cup right at my head. Boom! It went up.
I wanna speak on something.
It's not even. Why we gotta?
I'm not talking about that. Can I speak?
It's talking about some money.
Give me 2 seconds. I used to
talking
look
about
at
a
women
cup.
like this. They
And
used
how
to be
what
able
do
to
we
beat
say?
us emotionally. Now they want to try to fight us physically. You can't beat us physically. But y'all knew what y'all could do was beat us emotionally. Y'all knew how to hit us where it really hurt, on the inside. Women don't even do that no more. It's immediately external. Bow, I want to hurt you physically.
Sure, look,
but you
this
can
what
hurt
it
us
is.
really mentally
This
and
what it is.
emotionally. But they don't, it's like women have lost that.
Sharp, this is what it is.
It really depends on what type of woman you're dealing with. You know what I'm saying? The same way it depends on what type of man you're dealing with. You know, like I've come to the point where it's like I'm gonna let God bring the woman to my life that is supposed to be in my life. Because if it's not the woman that's meant to be in my life, things are gonna not be the way that they should be. Things are gonna be very toxic. So it's like understanding that. I understand like as a man, it's like yo, you're usually leading a relationship. So if she meets me and I'm communicating with her properly and I'm not raising my voice and I'm treating her with love, that should be reciprocated. And if it's not, then that's on her. You know what I'm saying? Like if I'm over here talking to her, say we have a dispute and I'm talking to her calmly and she's raising her voice, if I tell her to stop yelling and she don't want to stop yelling, we can't have this conversation. You know what I'm saying? Instead of letting it be escalated, because I feel like we've all did the toxic thing before. It's not it. It's really not it.
It's that equality shit. Just how you see how they agree. Oh, if you call me a bitch, I should be able to call you a bitch too.
They take what comes with
How
that.
is that so? If you have a vagina and I have a penis,
We were taught to take off on people that call us bitches, right?
they're not.
They're not.
Their friends can call them a bitch. Hey, bitch, what's up?
With the word bad.
It's a flawed double standard. That's just what it is. It's just a flawed double
But listen,
standard.
Jenny, there's plenty of those that work in favor of you guys, right?
Yes.
Such as dealing with women.
I get what you're saying, because girls also call other girls the B word. So I guess Blueface feels like he could call her the B word also. I get what he's saying.
No, I don't agree with hitting a nigga. I
No,
don't
but
play with it as a
I'm saying
fighter.
regardless, if you hit me or if she hit me, it's gonna be looked at as like a joke. If I hit her, people are gonna really feel like.
Well,
You're the aggressor. You're the abuser.
So I've said before that I have an issue.
Just like you said, it's a flaw. You guys have way more of those in your favor.
Yeah.
So why you can't take one?
I done took a laundry bag full of
One flaw, double standard.
I took a laundry bag full of bitches. That's why I said I understand what she's saying.
Bro, y'all
I
have so many
understand it.
flawed
I just don't
favors.
agree with what happened. But I understand what she's trying to say. Do I agree with her calling calling you a bitch? No.
I get what she's saying too, but in closing of that,
Not like that, but I don't agree.
In closing of that, we were taught that when you get called a bitch,
You want to say bitch, say it.
This is the thing. If we continue the pattern with a guy, at some point we got to be the person to say, let's stop it.
Lay down. You gotta be submissive.
I know your mama taught you that. Like, hey, well, if you
like-
call somebody a bitch, you just gotta be prepared for what comes after that. People taught me that shit. Straight up, you call a grown ass man. You call a grown ass man a
When
bitch.
it come after that, it's me calling you.
Sure,
By the time I get to call that nigga
That's
bitch,
wild.
I'm like, yo.
That's wild. That's
So this day that
crazy.
we fought with this cup, she called me a bitch first. Ask her about what made her call me that. Ask her.
Because I felt like playing, like whatever you said.
How so?
That's
What I said?
crazy.
I don't really know.
Just tell him, don't play with me, my nigga.
She don't
You
remember.
can tell him
that.
like that. You don't play with me before you really get into it.
Nah, that's
I'm
crazy.
in a trick.
Hey, I can feel that.
That's crazy.
We're talking and shit, and then the way you talking is like weird. Like he's just disrespecting me. So I'm like, yo, why you being a bitch? She's like, oh.
That's wild.
And I'm like,
That's crazy.
But you just wait, hold on. But you just said if I call you a bitch, you should be able to call me on back, right? Is that don't think for a woman right now. Hold on. That's what she said, right?
Without repercussion, yes.
Okay. So if I don't call you a bitch first and you call me one first,
That's wrong.
You can say, hey, it's cool when you say
just
you're
said,
my
how's it
bitch.
wrong?
It's cool when you say you're my bitch, but when you be like, bitch, chill out. Whoa. But is it cool when he say you my bitch?
She basically saying you shouldn't have got mad at her.
Are you cool?
why not?
I'm gonna be real with you. There are women in this world that they don't even like being called my B word. Like there's some women in this world that have that much respect for themselves. It's not a normal thing. It's really just this specific demographic. I'm being honest with y'all. It's this specific demographic that this is so normalized. It's really not normal to call your woman, the one that you love, the one that I'm assuming if you have a girlfriend, I'm assuming that you would probably at least be intending to marry her someday. You know what I'm saying? If not, well, yeah, together. To call her your bitch. You know what I'm saying? There's a lot of women that would not appreciate that. That would not tolerate that. It's just unfortunate that it's being normalized with this specific demographic. It's all a mindset thing.
Saying my bitch.
Why not?
I don't know. I didn't call you bitch.
Why not? Why shouldn't I got mad at it if I didn't call
That's
you a
just a
bitch?
whole trip.
You were calling me a bitch any other time.
We're not talking about any other time though.
I'm saying, when you're mad, when it's your time and you feel like you want to feel, you say bitch. I felt like
So
what
you
I
were
wanted
mad?
to feel,
You were mad?
and what I wanted to say, and I was upset with you, I called you a bitch.
So why did you hit him with the cut?
What?
Why did you hit him with the cut?
What do you mean, why did I hit him with a cut?
That's
Yeah,
how
why
I'm
you
thinking
even
about it, because you ain't even got the truth on you. That's why you repeated it. You think I don't know?
Bro, she's
You a
so
hell of a
bullshit.
babysitter, bro.
I'm telling you. I'm
You
telling
good
you.
as hell.
Look,
Whoa.
I'm telling you.
Whoa,
See,
why you
look,
do that, baby?
that type of shit.
I'm listening.
Come correct.
Couple of drinks after that, you're gonna be like,
Come correct.
you're not even gonna think about it.
What you say?
No, because you didn't repeat it. You was like this. Why did I hit him with a cup? I thought you was going to come off because such and such, such and such.
I hit him with a cut because the nigga wanted, like, yeah. He
I'm
showed
saying
that we're fighting,
something so
You said
different.
your hand was fucked up? You said your hand was injured?
Yeah, so yeah. I hit him with a cup. What's up? What are you saying?
That's very violent.
Okay.
Just re-injure your
Hey,
hand.
with a cup, what's up?
So let's get violent.
Rock.
Violent, let's get
I
violent.
thought you loved him.
I love him, but if you want to get
What if
violent,
one day you actually hurt him and he's not here with us no more?
She don't get
Rock,
it.
can I ask you a
That's
question?
not cool. That's
You want to get violent?
bad,
let's
bruh.
get violent.
Can I ask you a question?
Straight up.
So,
It's the life we
You're
chose.
saying you're bad.
No, I said that's bad. I'm not
That
saying
mentality.
you're bad.
I'm saying the mentality.
I said that's bad.
The yes man bitch.
No, but are you supposed to sit there and always try to be the prove man, bitch? You don't have to prove everything.
Yeah.
There's nothing to
I don't want to
prove.
prove shit.
You did by hitting him with a cup.
Cause I have a right to express myself, nigga.
With a cup,
If I
getting
see
hit?
something like, yeah.
That's expressive.
Yeah, if my hand's fucked
Good
up,
Lord.
I can't hit you with my right hand.
I can only imagine what shit like she feels like getting
Wait,
physical.
hold on.
For real.
Trying to tell you, man.
I'm scared right now.
It's to the point where it's like, you have to contest that. You feel me?
Nigga, yeah, cut.
Like,
You say you got stomped on?
not a stranger. I'm saying it's to the point where it's like, as a man, you're gonna feel like you have to go there. The walk off, mic drop, it's bad, fool. I'm telling you, it's bad.
It's not bad. It's like,
Nah, and she got her boyfriend. I think they getting married. I don't know if they're really getting married or if that's just reviews or clickbait or whatever. But it's like he's over here laughing in her face. That's not making the situation better at all. That's probably another reason why she's so tight right now. Because she got like one of the only people that could possibly be on her side laughing in her face.
Alright, so tell it straight up. Don't be like...
Let's tell it straight up, or let's get to the next subject.
Well, I just need you to be a little bit more respectful.
Yeah,
because I'm trying to really be respectful. Keep like squaring up like my nigga, like what's happening? Like, nigga, I take off on you.
Because I can. I'm not. Because I'm talking to you. I'm talking to you.
Don't talk at me. Talk to me.
Okay, look. I can feel your energy.
I fucked with you when you first walked in.
Yeah, but I can feel your energy.
I admit that.
I can feel your energy.
But I don't lie.
What you're doing, you're trying to respect him because he's a man. You're not getting it. Okay, yeah, you're fuck with him.
I still respect you.
Cool. But if you can hear me out,
I am, but you're just like, fuck out of here, nigga.
That'd be
that
cool.
shit ratchet.
Go ahead. What do you want to say? What do you want to say right now?
That shit.
I get his point. Because realistically, I mean, I guess like for a man, for anyone, if anyone's speaking to you like, yo, we could get violent. That's like, whoa. Like if another man saying that to a man, it's like, oh. It's like, so what's up? You're already like on defense mode at that point. I guess her being a girl, she's like she knows she's weaker, so if she does get violent, like she's not gonna really win. She gets to take some energy out, but this thing is just toxic, bro. There's no justifying it, man. Like there's no justifying the situation, bro, at all, bro. There's really not at all, man.
It just changed the whole mode.
You're just trying to disrespect her.
Nobody disrespects you one time in
So
here.
what is it?
What is it?
The fuck?
The cups. We're talking about the cups.
It's not Hennessy. I'm talking.
But I'm saying, listen.
I would love for her to just be on that thing. You gotta start sipping some rose and things.
Fuck
I know you want to be on that.
Nigga, we here.
Disrespecting
Rob, do you
nobody
disrespecting?
I'm not disrespecting. No, I'm not. I'm coming, let's go.
No, he's not coming like that,
You
bro.
done got up. You done did all kinds of shit.
Nobody's coming like that.
No, we're keeping all this.
You're the only person coming like
All right,
that.
I have a question.
I ain't saying erase it. I said run this shit back.
I have a question, Rob.
What? I mean, not what, but yes. No, because I'm defensive right now.
You don't have to be defensive. We listen.
You was our
It's
friend
a sensitive
15 minutes
topic.
ago. We was worried about your feelings.
Everything. We're talking about a glass cup going through the head. You trying to say. You
want to act like you give a fuck, man?
I always gave a fuck. You trying to say, and you trying to gaslight me. Just let me talk for myself. I don't like nobody setting me up in a conversation. Let me talk for myself. You saying what you're saying. You saying, okay, I disrespected you. Whoopty wham. I had no, reason to disrespect you?
Yeah.
How?
What was the reason?
What do you mean?
If anybody disrespects
Whatever you said.
Listen.
Look, whatever you said.
That's the move part. Like,
whatever you
if
said.
somebody disrespects me, I can tell you exactly what they said, how they said it, which part I didn't like, and what triggered me.
Yeah, but
I'm not gonna say
what happened, bitch? Like, all right, if I feel disrespect, I'm like, and I say what I say. Like, all right, you been a bitch. He didn't take it like how I said it. Like, oh, you call me a bitch? Yeah, what you mean? You call me a bitch all the time when you feel like I'm a bitch, you feel like I'm a bitch, so you gonna say it. So why can't I say you a bitch? Because I feel like you're a bitch. Like, straight up.
Yeah.
You feel like it hurt your feelings.
So if a nigga play with you,
right?
and you feel like a bitch,
Was hurt.
and I say you a bitch, and then I'm like, okay, you always tell me when I'm a bitch. Why can't I tell you when you a bitch? Okay, that's weird.
Listen. You can
Straight up.
wait, hold on, Gina. You can tell me that.
Bro, you say, oh, you need to remember word for word. I don't, bro, because the one thing about me, one thing about trauma, I like to
Told you.
I'm not drunk.
They're weak.
One thing about trauma, one thing about shit that play with me, I want to forget.
Why you have so
What
much
do you
trauma?
mean? I don't.
Right, that's what I asked earlier. I got detour.
Are you kidding? Are you
I'm
getting
asking
it?
you why you have so much trauma.
Fuck the trauma. I'm talking about the situation
What you
we're
brought
talking
up?
about. You're trying to like change the subject and play with me because I'm drunk. I'm not drunk. I'm
You
lit.
said we don't think
I'm
you're
lit,
drunk.
nigga.
We don't
I'm
think
lit.
you're drunk.
What's
we
up?
got your back.
The fuck?
Why are
What's
you acting
up?
like we're your enemies here?
I'm not. I'm trying to talk to y'all. And you're not letting me talk. You're trying to talk
We
for me.
are, but
Right?
talk to us
Straight
like we
up.
fam. I was hella cool. We was
And
hella
you're
cool
laughing.
20 minutes
Hold on,
ago.
hold on, wait. Express yourself.
What? Let me
Express
drink.
yourself.
Yeah.
Look.
This shit, wow.
Rock, do you ever so I'm not against you. I'm here
I'm
with
not
you. I'm
against
listening.
Nobody here.
But
I ain't
I
trying to
am.
laugh and trying to
Nobody's
get a
against-
joke. What you
I ain't
saying?
against you. I might be against certain situations.
Yo, everything's a problem. We can't just talk, man.
What you playing for?
Yo.
So
It's sensitive.
I think I'm gonna finish.
What you playing for?
I think I'm gonna finish.
No, you're not.
I'm gonna do it myself.
What do you mean? Do it by
I'm gonna do it. I'm
myself?
gonna do it.
Are you looking at me?
No. Wait, this is what I'm saying. Fuck.
No, because you're being weird.
This is what I'm saying.
They're talking to me. Am I supposed to just be quiet?
That's crazy. This
If you
is
want
So
me
look,
to be
guys,
quiet,
look.
I'll
I
be
never thought I'd be
quiet.
dealing with a female like
If you
this.
want
Like,
me to be quiet, I'll be
when I talk
quiet.
short, my bitch gonna shut the fuck up.
Man, that's weird, bro. Like,
Hold on, sir. I feel
when I
what
say
you're
shut the
saying.
fuck up.
This usually when I talk, I'm used to a bitch shutting the fuck up. Listen to what I'm saying, dissecting, and then picking.
Their dialogue is wild.
Her truth.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I feel it.
This one right here, she just.
Stop saying this one right here.
She
Talk
just
to
like-
me. Look at me.
just like-
I'm right here. I'm fucking right here. I'm right here with you.
You gonna finish?
Stop playing with me with Sharp. I love you. You just talking to Sharp and you trying to like isolate me from that conversation. I love you. I'm sorry. You want me to be the bitch you talking about? What you talking to Shark about? I'll be that bitch. You said any other bitch. Like what? I'll be cool and I'll be quiet. I'll be
I
cool.
speak for myself.
I'll be cool and I'll be quiet. Like I'll be cool.
You
Like
gotta be quiet. Why are you still talking?
cause I'm talking to you, man.
What are you talking about?
Cause Daddy, I'm talking to you. I'm talking to you how I feel.
so let's bring
I'm
things.
not to get hit like that.
Rock, I have a question for you.
We're trying to get
I'm
to some
not
questions here,
being weird.
sweetie. For real, for real.
I don't care. I don't look bad. I look like myself.
Rock, I have a question for you.
The fuck? They asking hard questions that nobody never asks. And this is how I'm answering them straight up. If you don't want to be with me in this answer, you can stay there.
She said her asking some hard ass questions.
Damn.
I feel that shit. She said, hold on.
Ask them questions so you
We're trying here, baby, but
Well, I have another hard question.
Hello, babe. Why not?
Come on, why are you?
hey, come on. Hey,
I'm
Rock.
gonna step out and let y'all do the different.
All right.
What are you getting
Hey.
up for?
Damn, man. Yo, why? Oh, man.
He about to sit right down.
Are you serious?
Either you gonna buy something or I'm buying something. You
Hey,
pick
Sight.
schoolyard. Pick one. I got security here. Y'all better call.
Hey, Sight, can you please help
Call your
me?
security.
Get some help with that, please. Thank you.
That's crazy. Dang.
Y'all
We got security with them. They're cool. Yeah, hey, please.
Jay, picture.
Dang.
Gotta get the security.
See, the thing is, I'm not a simp. I just have a heart. You know what I'm saying? And looking at this for the reality of what it is. Alright, Chrisean was just trying to put her hand on his neck. You know what I'm saying? And now he's telling her to get kicked out by security, his own girl. Like the one that's holding his baby right now. That's kind of wild. That's kind of wild, man. And now it's like a whole baby's coming into this picture.
Get the security quick.
Come on, we got it. Hey, we just trying to get you right, sweetie.
Got a
Come on
man to
now.
sign up in here and you ain't got the security on standby? No, take her outside. Take her outside. Take her outside.
That's crazy.
Is Tone around?
Dang.
Why is he just missing me like that? Back up.
Dang.
Blue.
it's just time to isolate that a little bit. Josh, everything under control? Everything good? Okay. We're fine.
Is the mics going to pick that up, or can we? Are the mics going to pick that up, or can we finish?
That's unfortunate.
Hey,
That's unfortunate.
No, you good, Blue. Sit down.
Blue, you come sit down when you ready, church. We got you. We're here for you. We're waiting on you. Hey, we ain't cutting nothing. We'll just turn that one off, please. Yeah, please turn that one off right there.
That's unfortunate.
I don't talk for you, remember? I don't speak for you. I don't speak for you.
She gonna learn the hard way, church. One day.
I'm trying to.
She actually got a good dude in her life.
Cause I don't speak for you. I don't speak for you.
Right.
That's what you said the whole interview. I don't speak for you. So now you're cut. Like, bro, close the blinds. Bro, close the blinds. Take her outside if you got to. Bro, take her outside. No, I know you can't, but they can.
Yeah, hey, can we please get her outside?
Tiny, take her outside, bro.
Please.
Pick her up by her ankles.
Tone, can you please help, please?
Pick her up by her ankles
Tone, can
as
you
well.
please help assess the situation,
You wanna be a
please?
man? I'm gonna show you. You're okay. No, you're out. You're gone, bro.
Yeah, ain't nobody trying to grab you, woman. People trying to just be respectful, you know? But
If I do what I want to do,
we ain't gonna let you know because you're not catching no cases.
exactly.
You're not doing any of that. That's not what we have you here for. And I'm proud of you for sitting back and really just taking care of your business. She'll be at home later on. You'll still be able to talk and assess the situation. But right now, yeah, I just think it's best that it just... She off that Hennessy,
Take
man.
her outside. There's nothing to talk about.
There's nothing to talk... Like, all that's gonna do is add fuel to the fucking fire.
No! No, kid.
I gotta take you. I gotta take you.
He come here. He come here, bro. What are you doing? Like, why are you doing that? Why are you doing that? Blue, what are you doing that for?
Josh, don't worry. Whatever it is, you would. It's good. Hey, Josh, how's the camera? How's the TV? Is it good?
That's gonna be
It broke?
viral.
Fuck.
Gina,
There's the neighborhood.
I don't know why you agreeing with her on that
Hey,
bullshit.
is the TV okay? Is it broke?
I didn't agree with
You
the.
did. You said
And
yeah,
that's-
right. If I call you a bitch,
We're all
call
just
me
That's what I
a bitch.
understood.
Hey, man, I know protocol. Supposed to
There's
sit my
two
ass and
different
fight my
things.
seat.
Two different things.
We rolling. We still going.
If I go
Yeah,
making
we
out
still
with a girl,
going. We rolling. It's all right.
making out with a girl is gonna be two different headlines, right?
Yeah.
So how come if you call me a bitch and I call you a bitch, it's the same thing?
Well, that's why I said that she was trying to justify it. I didn't say I agree. I said I
You did.
understand what she's
Sharp, what
saying.
she said.
She don't say it like no prissy ass woman. Like,
You know me. You know how I get down.
No, she be like, you bitch ass nigga.
Yeah,
What you want?
it's
Like,
too
it comes off like
it's
a
too-
man. Like, it made me take my, I'm like, damn, is you gonna take off on me? Like,
Yeah,
fuck
like,
it.
it's-
She already had the Hennessy bottle like this, walking up. I'm like, you all right?
It's too high power.
That's high powered, bro.
For what? You feel me? You living good, you get money, we doing a thing, we
She's
together.
out there yelling.
We
at
got
the
a
top of-
show, we got... I don't post no bitch in my video.
All right, before we end this video right here, I need to show y'all something really quick, so none of us could possibly get confused from watching this video. I watched this video because, like I said, it was sent to my Instagram DMs. But just so everyone is very, very clear on the way we are meant to behave, the way we are meant to speak, the way we are meant to be. We're going to go to the Bible because the Bible is the book of life. It shows you who you are created to be. Now, this is the way I look at men and women. You, however, must teach what is appropriate to sound doctrine. Teach the older men to be temperate, worthy of respect, self-controlled, sound in faith, in love and in endurance. Likewise, teach the older women to be reverent in the way they live, not to be slanderers or addicted to too much wine, but to teach what is good. Then they can urge the younger women to love their husbands and children, to be self-controlled and pure, to be busy at home, to be kind, and to be subject to their husbands, so that no one will malign the word of God. Similarly, encourage the young men to be self-controlled In everything, set them an example by doing what is good. In your teaching, show integrity, seriousness, and soundness of speech that cannot be condemned, so that those who oppose you may be ashamed because they have nothing bad to say about us. Okay? So now this is the way we're supposed to be temperate. We're supposed to be self-controlled. We're supposed to be loving. You don't really see too much of that in this type of environment. And this is what I'm telling y'all. This is just a different demographic. This is a whole entire different paradigm of thinking. I want to bring that to a higher level of thinking to understand that, yes, there are people out here that truly move in love. Only by the power of God. If you look into this world, you will find people that hate, that are jealous, that envy, that are prideful. But when you go looking at God and have God transform your heart, you can become what this says right here. So I don't want anyone to be led the wrong way from this video, because this behavior right here is definitely out of the norm. Alright guys, so hope you guys did enjoy this video. Have a blessed day. Peace. Love ya.